Assalamu alaikum, grade 7. This is your lecture of English grammar. Today we are going to study a letter. The name of our letter is write a letter to your father asking him about the health of your mother. Students, you will write this pattern of letter: examination hall, comma, city A, B, C. You will use dots, full stops after A, B and C. May 20, 2020. Dear father, from Ali's letter, I have come to know that mother is suffering from high blood pressure. I am really worried about her. I hope that she is taking precautionary measures to bring it to normal. Please ask her to take her medicine regularly and also inform me about her present condition as early as possible. Anxiously waiting for your reply, yours affectionately, you will not write your name here, you will write X, Y, Z, and you will use full stops after X, Y and Z. So students, you will learn this letter. Students, now we are going to study our next topic of English grammar, sentence and parts of speech. So we are going to study parts of speech, but at first we shall discuss the definition of sentence. A combination of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. So friends, we use different words in our daily language. We talk to one another and every time we utter words. But a combination of words, a collection of words which makes complete sense, which tell us about a complete sense, it is called a sentence. For example, she goes to school. It is a complete sense that she goes to school. Please bring me a glass of water. Where do you live? These are complete sentences, so these are called sentences and their combination of words. Students, our next definition is parts of speech. The words used in a sentence are divided into different kinds or classes according to the work they do in the sentence. These kinds or classes are called parts of speech. So the words in a sentence have different tasks to perform. Every word performs its task differently. So words are divided to different kinds or classes according to the task given to them in a sentence, and these kinds or classes are termed as parts of speech. Parts of speech are 8 in number: noun, pronoun, adjective, preposition, verb, adverb, conjunction and introduction. Now we are going to study these parts of speech in detail. Number 1 is noun. The definition of noun is a word we use to name a person, a place or a thing we can see, touch, smell, hear, taste or think of. Students, we have studied the definition of noun completely and thoroughly in our previous video. The topic was noun and its types. The examples of noun are Muhammad Ali Jinnah, leader, the Indus, Pakistan. So you can see the further examples and details of noun in the previous video. Now we move towards our next definition, that is pronoun. A pronoun is a word used instead of noun. It is generally used to avoid repetition of the noun. So a pronoun is a word that is used in the place of a noun. For example, Afshan was absent because he was ill. Here we have used the word she in place of Afshan, so it is pronoun. Razak did not play because he was injured. Here we have used the word he in place of Razak, so it is pronoun. My parents arrived yesterday. They arrived a day too late. So my parents is a noun and we have replaced them with they, so they is pronoun. You are a doctor. I am a teacher. In these sentences, you and I are pronouns. The next parts of speech is adjective. An adjective is a word used to add to the meaning of a noun or a pronoun. So an adjective adds the meanings of a noun and pronoun. It increases the meanings of noun or pronoun. It describes or points out a person, an animal or a place or a thing which the noun names or tells. Let's see its examples. She is a pretty girl. So in this sentence, girl is noun, she is pronoun, the word pretty is adjective. So the word pretty is increasing the meanings of the noun girl and pronoun she. He is a lazy boy. In this sentence, he is pronoun, boy is noun, lazy is adjective. So here the adjective lazy is increasing the meanings of pronoun he and noun boy. I gave her 2 pencils. 2 is adjective, pencils is noun, I is pronoun. So the adjective is increasing the meanings of noun and pronoun. Friends, we will learn these 3 definitions of adjective. Our next definition is preposition. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing indicated by it stands in regard to something else. So, a preposition shows or highlights the position of a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Examples: he is fond of tea. In this sentence, of is preposition. It has been used before noun tea. He is ashamed of his behavior. Of is preposition and it has been used before the pronoun his. He was angry with me. With is preposition and it has been used before the pronoun me. So you will learn these 3 examples. Come towards the next definition, that is verb. A verb is a word that tells or says something about a person or thing. We cannot make sentences without a verb. It is therefore the most important word in a sentence. Friends, we have discussed verb in a complete sense in our previous lecture, that was types of verb. So simply verb is an action. Its examples are Roshana takes her meals in the afternoon. Here takes is verb. The sun rises in the east. Rises is verb. She has learnt her lesson. And in this sentence, learnt is verb. You will learn the definition of verb and first take 3 examples of verb. Now we move towards next part of speech, that is adverb. An adverb is a word which qualifies or adds to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or an other adverb. So the word which adds to the meaning, which increases the meanings of a verb, an adjective or adverb, is called adverb. For example, she was walking slowly. She was walking. Walking is a verb and slowly is adverb. The word adverb slowly is adding to the meanings of walking, that walking slowly. You are a very clever boy. Clever is an adjective and the word very is adverb. Very is increasing the meanings of clever. She was walking quite slowly. So you will learn these 3 examples with the definition of adverb. Next part of speech is conjunction. A conjunction is a word which is used merely to join together sentences and sometimes words. So a conjunction joins sentences and words. She is a doctor and her brother is an engineer. Here are 2 sentences and the conjunction add is joining them. He is poor but honest. The conjunction but is joining words. Roshana and Nushaba are good girls. Here are 2 nouns and conjunction and is joining them. So you will learn the definition of conjunction and first 3 examples. Next, come towards a definition of interjection. And interjection is a word which is used to express certain feeling or emotion. It can be feeling of joy, happiness, sadness, grief. Here, hurrah, we have won the match. Hurrah is interjection. It is explaining the feeling of happiness. Alas, he is no more. Alas is a feeling of sadness, so it is interjection. Oh, you gave me shivers. Hush, don't make a noise. Hello, what are you doing there? So friends, you will learn first 3 examples of interjection with its definition. So friends, it was our last definition. We have completed our parts of speech. It was our 1 week's task. We will explain briefly all these definitions in our online lectures on Zoom app. Allah Hafiz.